Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more My Hero Academia headcanons. This time the filter's not going to be deciding, but it's still fun to have it around. So, I guess All Might's here, so let's go! In the future, Kaminari ends up getting married to Jiro, and they have two daughters named Yoko and Rai, partially just because Rai could be short for Raichu, which is, Pikachu's evolution, so why not? Denki does continue to be friends with Mineta until there's a moment when Mineta starts hitting on his daughter, and then out of disgust he completely bans him from his life. Now anytime that Mineta tries to go up to the Kaminari's house, he will ring the doorbell, and then there will be a voice recording of Jiro saying, "I know it's you. Go away before I poke out your eye with my earphone jack again, and don't come back until you can be a nice and good human being." When Ida was little, if he got scared by thunderstorms or anything, he would immediately run to his brother, and then his brother would just be like, "Oh, are you scared of the thunderstorm?" And they'd watch a movie or something so that Ida wouldn't have to be scared, and he wouldn't, their parents wouldn't know that he was scared, because he doesn't want them to know he's scared, and it's just adorable, because cute brother scenes, and I love sibling relationships so much! When Todoroki was little, his family had a Wii, and him and his siblings would play Mario Kart all the time. And the one character that they never wanted to be was Bowser, because Bowser was a lot like Endeavor to them. You cannot tell me that Hantasero was not the little kid who pretended to be Spider-Man, and he would totally just use his tape and just fly around the room like Spider-Man, and it was so cute. I would love to see little Sero as Spider-Man. On Halloween, when they were little, Sue, Tokoyami, and Shoji always loved that holiday, because that was the holiday when they could go around and maybe look a little bit they didn't have to wear a costume, but no one would judge them for how they looked that night, and they loved it because Shoji didn't have to wear his mask. Sue didn't have to worry about being picked on for looking like a frog or saying ribbit or anything, and Tokoyami didn't have to worry about being made fun of because he was half bird, and they're just these little babies trick-or-treating, and they just don't have to worry about being picked on that one night of the year, and it's so cute. In the future, if Green Tea gets together, Bakugo and Ida totally argue over whose day it is to babysit. If Uraraka and Deku can't look after their kids, because Ida's totally over here no, you would be irresponsible, and Bakugo would want to do it just to prove that he can be a responsible babysitter, and in the end it's All Might that gets to babysit every time, unless either Ida's busy or Bakugo's busy. If they're both free, it's always All Might that's babysitting, because they will not settle it at all. Kaminari, Sero, and Bakugo have all picked up on the fact that Mina and Kirishima like each other, and they secretly try and get them to confess to each other when they're hanging out with the Baku squad. You can add Jiro in the mix if you consider her Baku squad. I personally do, but there are some people that don't. In the future, if Aizawa and Joke get together, they totally have Present Mike as that one fun uncle that they always call to babysit, but he drives Aizawa up the wall because he lets the kids get away with absolutely anything and everything. My friend and I are writing this spin-off in which it's canon that Bakugo actually is a middle child, which would explain his anger issues partially. But he has an older brother and a younger sister, and coincidentally his younger sister is the same age as Mahiro, which would explain, other than the fact that she has his temper, why he's really protective of her when they meet her in the second movie. It also explains how he's a very good cook, because in the headcanon, his younger sister has some health issues, so his parents have to be with her at the hospital a lot, so both Bakugo bros ended up learning how to cook, which explains why he's a really good cook at the camp. When Aizawa first started taking care of a cat when he was in high school, he totally went to Mandalay, and the others "Do you have any knowledge on this? 'Cause I'm lost." On multiple occasions, Toga has been asked by the League of Villains how the heck she found her quirk, and she never answers. Tamaki Yamachiki is totally the character. So, if you ask him, hey, what do you want for your birthday or something, he'll just be so would be nice. You don't have to give me anything. I mean, like, I'd just be perfectly fine if, you came to my party and, like, had fun and stuff. I don't need anything. And then if you go and get him something for his birthday, he just starts crying. And you want to hug him. Because that's who he is. There have been multiple times when you'll just be out on a walk with Asia or Kirishima. He'll see something and he'll just go, "That's so manly." At least 5 times while you're walking. Tenya Ida secretly has a crush on Ochako Uraraka, but he ships green tea and he doesn't want to ruin anything, so he just keeps quiet and lets his friend fall in love with each other. And then when they do, he's just over here kind of sad, but also very happy. And it's so sweet. If Present Mike is your mentor and he can see that you've had a bad day, he will, like, no, we're not doing any of this training. He'll just, like, get rid of all the training he had for today, and he will take you into his classroom, and you two will just have a karaoke party, and it'll be great, and your day will be better, and he'll just be so happy, and it'll be, I love Present Mike. There has been at least one instance, in which the heroes are fighting the League of Villains, and Present Mike and Twice decided to end it with a Just Dance party to see who won. And the other heroes and villains just stand over on the sides like, why are you like this? Dabi is totally the big brother of the League of Villains. If he hears that any of the League are in trouble or they've gotten themselves into shenanigans before they were supposed to, like, launch the big plan, he'll be like, "Excuse me, I've got to go pick up my idiots." And then he'll leave. And then, like, once they're back at the League, he's the one who's, like, patching everyone up. It's just like, that was dumb. Don't do that again. But he really cares, because he was a big brother, and it's so cute. Katsuki Bakugo actually does have nightmares from when he got kidnapped, and he doesn't tell anyone, because he doesn't want to be seen as weak, but there are times when he'll just, like, wake up from a nightmare, and he'll look around his door and be like, "You idiot, it was just a dream. Nothing's gonna happen." If it is cold outside and you are Ransu, it is your obligation to take your coat off and wrap it around her like a blanket burrito, because you don't want her going into hibernation and passing out because she can't control it, but you don't want her to pass out. And she, like, it kind of gets on her nerves, like, guys, I'm fine, but she also loves it that her classmates do worry about her. One time at every single karaoke party that Class 1A has, because I have a feeling they'd have a lot, maybe not everyone would come to them, but every single karaoke party that Class 1A has, at least once during the night, Jiro and Yamomo go up on the stage and they request "Take a Hint" from Victorious, and then Mina has the rest of the girls dancing and crowding around Mineta, literally screeching the words at him, and it is absolutely amazing. Present Mike's always the DJ, and some of the boys even take out their phones and record it just so they can, like, play it whenever Mineta's being Mineta. Okay, but Denki Kaminari and Hitoshi Shinso, they're gonna be the next generation of Present Mike and Aizawa. Best friends where one of them is an extreme extrovert, and he just drags the introvert around all day. Sometimes in the dorm rooms, Class 1A has the most insane Mafia games, and it is amazing because they'll get so into it that, like, let's say that, Sero blames Bakugo for killing Deku, and Bakugo will probably be like, "No, you idiot! I was the nurse! Me and Kirishima were at the movies the night Deku died!" And Kirishima would just be like, Yeah, we were at the movies. We were, watching Tenki no Ko. Really depressing movie. Bakugo cried. There are times when Izuru, Kirishima, and, like, Tetsu are texting or talking or something, and they'll be like, "Dude, are you sure we're not, like, secretly twins separated at birth? Because, like, our quirks are similar. We have practically the same personality. We have the same birthday, like..." There are also times when Mirio Togura has nightmares about the Chisaki raid and what happened to Night Eye. And he'll just wake up in his dorm in the, like, middle of the night, and he'll be like, "Sir?" It's like he just saw him die in his dream. He's like, "Oh wait, he's gone." He gets really depressed, and the only other people that know about his nightmares are Hado and Amajiki, and they don't say anything to anyone else. If you annoy Sue or are not paying attention to her, she will get annoyed, and she will start making that sound that frogs make during the night to keep people up. And then you'll just be like, okay, what's up? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you, or I was annoying you. I'll just stop. You know what? I'm just gonna go. There was this one time when Bakugo was the one babysitting Eri, they ended up watching Lilo and Stitch together, and now sometimes when people are trying to do stuff without Bakugo, he'll just grab them by their shirt and yell, "Oh, honor means family! Family means no one gets left behind!" You gonna finish that? No! He'll never let you know it, but with a lot of his classmates, Bakugo hates it if you pick on them, because only he's allowed to do that. Especially if he, like, knew their trauma. Like, Todoroki, remember, he was listening in on Deku and Todoroki's conversation during season 2. And if you were to be like, "Hey, Todoroki, I got some, like, a tea kettle ready. You don't want any tea?" Bakugo would, like, he'd make sure that, like, Todoroki left and stuff, so he couldn't see him actually, like, caring for him, but he'd just, like, take the person by the shirt and be like, "You need to shut up." And finally, Eri knows how to make absolutely everyone smile, because ever since she learned to smile in season 4, she's just been going around asking everyone, "What makes you happy?" And then she'll, like, learn, and then whenever they're sad, she'll just go out of her way to get them the thing that makes them happy, and she is such a precious cinnamon roll that we must protect at all times.